Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wasn't intending on doing another update today. I already did the new moon and Gemini reading for Sacred Union, and it was very in-depth. I'll just put it that way, very in-depth, very insightful. So do check that out if you haven't seen it already. It just went up maybe a few hours ago. But I'm getting called to do a check-in on the divine masculine, specifically how are they feeling about the divine feminine. Again, I wasn't intending on doing this. I even have my creativity candle going. I'm intending to work on my book tonight and other creative projects, but this is what I was called to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards and see how is the divine masculine actually seeing his divine feminine. There was a lot in that reading, a lot that was being held beneath the surface that wasn't being revealed to divine feminine. So how is he actually feeling for divine feminine? Let's find out. All right, Spirit, let's find out how is divine masculine actually feeling about divine feminine. Okay. Okay. So we have, oh God. Okay. So that's how this reading is going to go. All right. We have the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Look at all this fire, first and foremost. Look at all this fire. No coincidence I have all my candles going. Well, except the one here, but yeah. Look at all this fire energy. Look at all this Wands energy. This is big. King of Wands, they are feeling with the Devil and the Six of Wands, they are feeling very passionate towards you. They are seeing you as this independent person, somebody who is stable, somebody who is secure, somebody who is financially independent perhaps, somebody who is, look at all that solar plexus energy and that earth energy there, somebody who's very grounded, who knows themselves, is sure of themselves, is confident, somebody who just has it all going on. The only thing missing is that one pentacle, and that's, well, whatever it is, it's the 10 of Pentacles. That can indicate family, it can indicate complete abundance, it can indicate relationship, but you're as close can be, and they're seeing you. This is like the Empress energy here. They're feeling a lot of sexual passion towards you with this card. I feel like they're feeling very attached to you. Now, the word attached, I don't mean as in an unhealthy attachment, although what I'm hearing to them is it could feel like an unhealthy attachment where they're wondering and still questioning, why am I still seeing her when I wake up in the morning, before I go to bed at night? Why am I still seeing her face? Why am I still wanting to look at her picture? Why am I still wanting to hear her voice and see her all the time? It's like there's this longing, almost this craving for your presence, for you, and they might still be questioning that. They might not recognize that for what it is. They might still see it as something that they want to resist, but with this energy here, it's just a longing and an attachment to you. So what's coming in is this is my person. This is my person. So I feel like as much as they want to resist this, as much as they might want to question it and maybe even push it away, I feel like they don't. I feel like they don't. In the heart of hearts, they don't. And I feel like they do recognize this connection. They recognize what you mean to them. And it's charged with this sexual energy. What they're actually showing me is the Lover's card, which is a healthy attachment. It's a healthy connection, divine connection, which is kind of the opposite of the Devil. The Devil card is chained. But I'm not getting the chained sensation here. I'm not getting that divine masculine feels suffocated or chained to this connection in a negative way. It doesn't feel like an unhealthy attachment. It feels more like this is that sexual energy, and they feel that longing for you. They feel that craving for you. They feel attached to you in a way that they haven't felt with other people or other relationships. It's a magnetism, it's an attraction, and I feel like they're kind of scratching their heads at night saying, why? Why am I so in love with this person? Why am I so attracted to this person? Why do I have such a pull towards this person? And for those of you who have been in and out of separation, I feel like it's why do I keep getting drawn back? It's almost like when I'm when I'm actually, my divine masculine has said this to me, and it's funny that I'm hearing this now. It's almost like, what kind of spell do they have over me? Now, if you're a divine feminine energy, like if you're really in that soul growth energy, how do I say this? Some of you might be doing actual spell work. I do not recommend that. I've never recommended that. Because, especially with a connection like this, it is organic. It is meant for soul growth and expansion, for your soul growth and expansion first, and recognition and acceptance of your other person as well. So when I say that they feel like you've put a spell on them, some of you might actually be doing that. I don't know if that's the healthiest thing to be doing, but I don't have any judgment on that. But for the most part, the energy that I'm getting with that is they just feel enchanted by you. They just feel completely enchanted by you, like you're this magical, mystical creature. And she has this kind of otherworldly look about her. She has this kind of ethereal quality about her. That's really funny. Even her skirt, you can see through her skirt like she doesn't even exist. You can see right through her skirt to the stairs behind her, like she doesn't even exist in human form. That's kind of how they're looking at you. And it's like, it's just complete magic and enchantment. And even the word adoration, they're bringing me the word adoration. They're truly feeling this connection with you. And I don't feel like they're resisting it like they used to. I don't feel like they are pushing it away like they used to. I don't feel like they're questioning it like they used to. But I feel like they're in awe of it. Like, why? Why? What is it about this person? Divine Feminines, I know that you have been there. I know that you have felt the same way. Even in your frustration, even in your upset with your Divine Masculine, you're like, why? Why? Why this person? That's how they're feeling right now. But it's based on the attraction that they feel for you. That attraction is like a sexual frustration. They're not, they have this longing, they have this craving for you, they have this overwhelming love for you, and they're just like this fire that's burning for you, and they're like, why? Why? They're trying to understand it. They're trying to understand themselves. Here with the Six of Wands, they want this. They want this victory. They want this success with you in this connection. They can see, what I'm hearing is they can see it going all the way. When they are dreaming about you, they are dreaming about this. They are dreaming about perhaps building a business together, or having a family together, or building a life together in all capacities. Whatever it is, having a relationship together, they want this, and I feel like they do want to bring this to the surface. I'm getting that public acknowledgement energy, that recognition energy. They do want to bring this to the surface, but it's almost like this energy here is holding them back because they're still trying to figure out, why do I have this connection, this craving, this longing for this person, and it's almost like, will it ever go away? It's like they're asking themselves, will it ever go away? I can hear you guys. It's so funny. Nope. Nope. That's called surrender. Divine Feminines, you've learned how to do that because you've tried pushing this connection away and out of your mind as well, and it just does not work. It does not work. It's funny. This is funny. I do feel like with this King of Wands, with the passion that he's feeling, it's like it's igniting a spark within him again. And the more he heals himself and fills up on that self-love and identifies with himself, acknowledges his emotions and his feelings, and has that awareness of himself again, the more he's getting to know himself and connect with himself, I feel like that fire is starting to burn for you, and he's wanting to take action for you. Now, when I say that, what they're saying is he wants to take action. Divine Masculine wants to take action for his life. He wants his best and highest timeline. He truly wants his best and highest life. He wants to be the best possible version of himself. He wants to be the king. He wants to be the emperor, the divine masculine. But part of that life, he knows, is with you. And that's where he wants to take action towards you, because that's part of the new life that he wants to build and create for himself. Let's get some more. This reading's cracking me up. What's cracking me up is divine masculine's energy. I don't mean it, and it's not to take offense to any divine masculines. It's cracking me up because divine masculine, it's a very playful energy that they're bringing into me. I see divine masculine smiling and very playful and very teasing, like, I don't get it. That's what he's saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. I have all these feelings and I don't get it. And it's not to display like ignorance or anything. It's just like a why. And it's not that he's trying, I mean, how do I explain this? It's not that he's trying to deny it. It's just like he's saying, and it's not that he doesn't understand it. It's just like a fun energy. It's just a very fun, passionate energy. Again, he's not trying to deny it. He's not trying to be self-deceptive or anything. He's not asking a question as far as doubting in that respect, but it's just like it's awestruck. He's awestruck by you and by this connection. Like he's dumbfounded by the depth and the beauty of you in this connection, because he feels that passion, and I'm seeing the Sun card in my mind. He feels that happiness when he's with you. It's like you guys really are in that sacred bubble when you're together. It's like everything goes right, and even if something is going wrong, it still goes right because you're in it together. And he's feeling that, and he's just completely just awe-inspired and awestruck in just a really earnest, sincere, beautiful way. Just a lovely, lovely way. Just a very innocent way. This not so innocent with the passion that he's feeling for you, but it's a very innocent, it's a very passionate, very chemistry oriented, magnetic attraction, but the love that he feels is very innocent and very pure, and just very, he's just awestruck by you. And by this connection, I don't know how else to put it. The Fool. Five of Pentacles. How is he seeing his divine feminine? How's he feeling about his divine feminine? How is he feeling about his divine feminine? Okay, I got that. Thank you. How is he feeling about his divine feminine? Divine masculine for divine feminine. One more. Thank you. Yeah, look, we're ending with the Ace of Cups. What's interesting about this is actually the final card, because the Fool, what they told me was the Five of Pentacles goes with the Fool, actually. So I'm going to put this together, and I'm going to take the Ace of Cups on the bottom here. So how is he feeling about divine feminine? In the new moon in Gemini reading that we just put up, the Sacred Union Energy Update that I just uploaded, we talked about how back in December we channeled that there was a doorway that we were moving through. The collective was moving through the doorway of the brand new year. And what that was doing is it was actually leveling us up on ascension. We've been channeling that for the past few weeks. We're moving into a new phase of our connection. We're moving into a new phase of our journey. We're moving into a new phase of ascension. We are ascending. We have been going through the work. We have been purging. We have been clearing the karma. There's still some residue, some karmic residue and cycles that we're clearing out. But there are brand new beginnings all over this connection, all over this journey for you. For your growth and your expansion as well. And so this You see how there's this doorway here? That's the portal that we had walked through. And so for the past 6 months, we've really been integrating that energy. Divine Masculine has been doing a tremendous amount of work in the energetic realms, on their own inner self. And even if you can't see it, and I know I've been with my Divine Masculine, and sometimes it's very hard for me to reconcile this, because I'm in near constant contact with my Divine Masculine, and sometimes I get frustrated because I'm like, I don't see it. But I can feel it. I can feel it, and on occasion, he actually does give me rare glimpses, or his higher self, I should say. His 3D self does, but whoever is holding the reins over there is giving me rare glimpses of the transformation that really is occurring within him, and I believe in him, and seeing that helps me to hold that faith and hold that space and continue to believe. It can be very, very difficult because the 3D is very dense with illusion. It can be very, very difficult. I am not negating that at all. And you have to trust your own intuition and use your own discernment for your situation. You really have to go within your heart space and really trust what you are feeling. If I didn't trust what I was feeling and just trusted what I was seeing, there would be nothing. But having worked with energy for so long, I really do trust what I'm feeling over what I'm seeing, but it can be very difficult to reconcile the two. Divine Masculines have walked through this doorway, and they haven't been entirely ready for the brand new start. You see how she's still standing in the doorway, and there's this whole landscape, this new bright landscape ahead of her. You see how she's this is Divine Masculine represented here. We're not talking gender here. I'm just talking about the what's on the card. You see how she's looking out like in awe. She's kind of awestruck. She's looking around her, observing her surroundings in awe. That's what Divine Masculine is experiencing. That's that awestruck energy. Divine Masculine has left themselves out in the cold, and they've recognized this by putting up walls, by putting up guards, by pushing you away, by having that mask up, by having that self-deceptive energy, by saying they didn't want a connection with you, or they didn't want this relationship, or you were just friends. Whatever it was where they were denying themselves, whatever it was that they were denying you, and again, you know your situation best. I'm reading for a collective here. Use your intuition and your discernment based on your situation. What's happening here is they were just leaving themselves out in the cold and rejecting themselves. That was a lot of subconscious patterning, a lot of subconscious self-sabotage energy. And I'm hearing, yeah, we're pros at that. We're pros at self-sabotage. And so what happened is they recognize that they're leaving themselves out in the cold, and they're wanting that new beginning. They're wanting to come in from the cold, to step through that doorway into this brand new landscape here, into this brand new world with you. And this is how they're seeing you. They don't want to be neglected or abandoned or rejected, or to neglect or abandon or reject you, because they're really starting to understand that as they neglect themselves, as they fail to take care of themselves, as they fail to stand up for themselves, as they fail to as they abandon themselves, as they push you away, they're only rejecting, not taking care of you. They're not taking care of the connection. It's okay. So it's vice versa. It's as they abandon you and they reject you and they neglect you, they're only abandoning, rejecting, and neglecting themselves. As they fail to, nurture this connection, they're failing to nurture and take care of themselves. And that's actually showing in their physical environment, because that your energy is very interconnected. And that's what they're seeing, and they don't want that anymore. They want to come out of that energy. And I feel like they recognize that they have had several points, several portals that they've walked through, but they keep regressing and kind of going back. Okay, I'm getting corrected here. They keep regressing and coming back to repeat old karmic cycles. Spirit's coming in, correcting me and saying, nope, they're not regressing. That's not the right translation. They're not regressing. They are repeating karmic cycles, but that's for the layers. There are layers that they are clearing out. There are subconscious layers within blocks within the karma, that energy that they are clearing out. So it's not like they step through the doorway and then they have to step back through. Once you're through the doorway, you're already through. You're already continuing on your growth journey. You're continuing to expand. It's just the spiral. You go deeper and deeper and deeper, and that's what they're doing. That's what they have been doing. They've been going deeper within themselves. And you might not be able to see it, Divine Feminines, but they have been doing that inner work. Divine Masculines process a little bit differently than Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines, they really go to the energy work and the meditations and the readings and stuff. Divine Masculines are doing that as well, but they really process based on external factors. They really play out their karma. But the more they ascend, the more they're gravitating towards the energy work that calls to them. For example, Reiki might call to them. Hands-on healing might call to them. Tarot readings might call to them. So they're really gravitating more towards the energy healing now, but previously they had really done their healing work primarily through acting it out in their relationships and their dynamics with other people and their businesses and career. They were really playing out their karma, and now they're recognizing that there's another way of healing. So, looking at this new landscape, and remember when I said that they're wanting a new life, wanting to start this new life? That's this, and you're a part of that. You're a part of this. They see that you're a part of this. This is so fertile, this landscape. It's reminding me of Hawaii, actually. It's so fertile. It's so magical. It's so abundant. And they're imagining it with you. And it's like they're right at the doorway, and they know that you're somewhere in this landscape. And it's like now they want to come towards you. They want to come towards you because they know that you're their wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups here. And it's interesting that it's right underneath the Devil here, because this is indulgent energy. They want to indulge in this. I feel like they've denied themselves for so long that they no longer want to deny themselves. They no longer want to hold themselves back. It's like they want to drink from your cup. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. It's like they want to... The things that Spirit says to me, I swear. Sometimes I'm usually able to catch it. If they send me something incredibly sappy, or they send me something that is just like Shakespearean or just corny, like I'm able to sometimes catch it, but sometimes they just slip it in there. So yeah, they want to drink from your cup. Actually, what I heard was they want to drink the nectar. God, Jesus. I can't believe my Spirit team. Okay, so yeah, they got that in there. All right. They are starting to understand what it means to be fulfilled. Not just settled, not just content based on what other people wanted for them, not just satisfied, but really happy and fulfilled. Remember when I was saying that I was seeing the Sun card in my mind? You are their happiness. Now, that's not putting the onus on you. That's not putting the responsibility on you. And I think that's where Divine Feminines really have to learn to detach. They really have to learn to be sovereign. They really have to learn to clear out any codependencies on wanting to be wanted and needed. When I say that you're each other's happiness, it's you're okay, you're great on your own, you're fulfilled on your own, but when you come together in your wholeness, in your sovereignty, you create something even more magical. That's that sacred bubble they're showing me. That's this energy. Your Divine Masculine knows that you are a part of their happiness, that you create sunshine in their life. You create a dazzling light in their life. And in the past, that might have been a little bit too bright for them, because you were actually reflecting to them their love, their soul, their light. And they were so entrenched in their own darkness, they were so entrenched in their own shadows, that they were having a hard time seeing their light. My Divine Masculine used to say to me all the time, "You're only seeing in me a reflection of you." And I would say to him, "But think about how much you love me. And what you see in me, don't you think that's then a reflection of you?" And I think that for the first time, they're really starting to understand that you're reflecting the best of each other. Because for so long, you were really reflecting kind of not the worst of each other, but you were really going through it with the triggers and all the karma and the baggage and the trauma and the past patterns and habits and addictions and all that toxic energy was coming up between you guys, because that's what the journey was before. It was that healing energy before. Now you're healing, but it's a different method of healing. It's healing, but it's not so much clearing out the soul sludge as it is, number one, reconciling your shadows, accepting your shadows, and more importantly, realizing that your light shines brighter than the shadows. And you're recognizing that when you're healing now, healing together, it's growth. It's not so much the clearing as it is the growing. And I think divine masculines are starting to recognize that. And I feel like that's why they're feeling such this passionate energy towards you, just this love towards you, because they're starting to understand the love within themselves. And the more they do this, the more they recognize that you are that happiness with them, that you help to fulfill them. You help to create this sense of abundance around them. And they're seeing this as they're seeing you as this angel who has called them to rise, who has called them to stand up and be the best version of them. And for so long, they really resisted this because it meant change, and change meant discomfort. Change meant really doing the inner work, like we talked about in the new moon reading. It really meant going deep within and doing the inner work, and that was not comfortable. It wasn't comfortable for you, divine feminines. I know it was very painful for you. I spent 2 years in that pain or more, in that grief and in that pain and doing the deep dives. I know you guys have as well. Divine masculines, they have as well. They have been experiencing tower moments that have been forcing them, what I'm hearing is to their knees, and we've channeled that before as well, to their knees to surrender to themselves. Not to surrender to anyone else, but to surrender to themselves, to surrender to their own soul, and to surrender to the divine as a result of that, because recognition of the divine within them, of God, Christ energy within them. Now with this judgment card, they're also seeing you as this second chance, this rebirth, this second chance for this life that they want to create for themselves, that they are creating for themselves. Again, it's like they're seeing this whole landscape. They've walked through this door and now they've just paused right in the doorway, and it's like they're opening their eyes, blinking against the new sun, and where they had once been in darkness, now they're blinking against the sunlight and they're seeing the landscape in front of them, and it's like, this is a new world for me. And it is a brand new world for both of you. But especially for divine masculines, when they had held themselves back and other people's expectations, other people's criticisms, other people's mindsets, and their own addictions, and their own self-deception, and their own denial. Now they're recognizing that they can create their world. And this is a second chance for them. And what this is leading to is a new beginning in love. And look at that energy with that peace dove there. The Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit is represented there. And the Holy Spirit is just the messenger of source energy, the messenger of your very own oversoul, bringing in this message of love, that yes, love is possible, and that cup of love is overflowing for you. The Ace of Cups came out in the new moon reading, and that's what was hidden from divine feminine. Divine masculine hasn't revealed the depth of the love that they have for the divine feminine. What I'm hearing is they've hinted at it, and they've hinted at it to the point where maybe they even expect you to fully understand how much they care about you and how much you mean to them. But for you, divine feminines, it's not, I mean, you know, based on what you're feeling in your heart, but divine masculines haven't made the real effort to really show you. Divine masculines, I feel like they think that they've hinted at it and it's enough, but they're recognizing that it's not. And the energy behind that to hide themselves is getting to be so much that it's almost like it's erupting. Their feelings and their emotions are erupting. And that's what this is. It's a time to be expressive. It's a time to be vulnerable. I feel like they believe that you already know, and essentially you do. You do know how much they love you. But there's a difference between knowing and hearing it. There's a difference between knowing energetically and what you see in the 3D. And when those two are reconciled, that's that union energy. That's when this cup is just overflowing with the love between you two. And that's when the love can actually flow more harmoniously between you two. Wow. All right, I'm gonna get a true love. How is he seeing you? I'm gonna get a true love card. How is he? Actually, well, let's see what comes out here. If there's any other message here for the true love oracle. The forgiveness card and the rainbow reviver, this feels like, for me, it's like the rainbow of manifestation. I used to call it that. I still call it that. It's abundance. It's manifesting. It's manifesting connection. And it's interesting that forgiveness and the rainbow reviver came out, because what they're pointing me to is reviver, like revival. They want to revive this connection. They want to come towards you and have this brand new start, have this brand new beginning, forgive the past completely, and show you. What I'm hearing is effort. They want to really show you this emotion. You have the Nine of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, you have all this fire energy. They're seeing you as very stable. Interesting, we don't have any swords energies. So I feel like what's interesting about this is I was telling a client of mine that yesterday, for the past 2 nights, I had some sleepless nights because I was really feeling anxious energy. And it was like my mind was just overthinking. I could not get my mind to shut up. And I haven't felt that in, my God, maybe at least a year. My mind has not been that active in a year. I'm usually able to calm it and balance it and quiet it. But it just would not stop. And I feel like what's interesting is I do feel like Divine Masculine has been in that energy. I feel like I was picking up on the Divine Masculine energy where they were just overthinking and very anxious. But I feel like I'm not picking up on that energy here. I feel like they're in their emotions. And that might be what's causing their anxiety. But here it just feels like their passion and their emotion, their love for you is what is overwhelming them. And I do feel like here I says, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. I feel like that is what they're working through. They are working through self-forgiveness. They are working through forgiving the role that they played in this connection. As you've forgiven them, as you've forgiven yourself for the role that you've played, I feel like they're working on that themselves because they want this brand new beginning. They want this abundant revival of your connection. I'm going to get a Lover's Oracle card. See how else are they seeing you? How are they seeing their Divine Feminine? And then I'm going to get a message and we're going to end there. How is Divine Masculine seeing Divine Feminine? How is Divine Masculine seeing Divine Feminine? Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing piece. What was I saying about... Okay, hold on. What was I saying about how you fulfill them? They know that you're a part of their happiness, that they feel sunshine and light and joyful and happy with you. They had just been sabotaging themselves, sabotaging their own happiness, holding themselves back in that denial. Divine Feminines, I feel like you were in that energy as well. And I feel like you're learning how to come out of that and really trust in how you're feeling and just express yourself as you're feeling it, without that fear of rejection, without that fear of abandonment that had happened before, because that had happened in the connection before. And I feel like it created a pattern of fear within you that you are now learning how to clear and put behind you, so that you can continue to express yourself, either in this connection or in other connections, in your life as a whole, where you're not holding yourself back just out of fear of rejection or abandonment, where you are recognizing how you feel and you are just allowing yourself to feel it no matter what. And I feel like Divine Masculine is learning that as well, and understanding where they were just holding themselves back out of that fear of rejection and abandonment. You both want to step towards each other. And what I'm actually seeing is Divine Masculine standing in this doorway here, and you, Divine Feminine, you're not that far away, and you're just running up to greet him. Running up to greet him and embrace him. The message was coming through. They were pointing me to this, and the blue of the throat chakra. This is that vulnerability and that emotional intimacy, that communication between you two. This is that honesty and that rawness that is coming through, and that will be coming through. I feel very strongly over the June feels like a very pivotal month. So from this new moon until the next full moon is what we talked about in the previous reading. The next 3 weeks, it feels like there is some kind of deepening of your bond. This could be energetic or in the physical. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be something more. Momentum is picking up. It's going to be something like commitment or intimacy, emotional intimacy, not physical intimacy, although it could be that. With all this passion here, with all this energy, it could be physical intimacy. But this feels more like emotional intimacy. This feels like more like opening up to each other, opening up the heart, really allowing yourselves to feel and embrace this connection, this relationship, really allowing yourselves to be honest about how you're feeling, and not just to yourselves, but to each other. Yeah, look, it says transformation on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, exactly. See? I didn't even see this. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't even see this. They just pointed me to the bottom of the deck. And below that, we have sexual union. So, yeah, so for some of this could be that fiery energy, that passion, but it's not just lust-filled. It's not just infatuation. This is depth. This is emotional. This is intimacy. And it might express itself in physical intimacy. You use your discernment. Again, use your own intuition. You'll know what the situation is for you. But this feels like real emotional depth, real communication, real openness. And it says this: your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Yes, that's what's coming in, this transformative energy here. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to use my Volume 2 deck. Okay. What does the Divine Masculine want to say to Divine Feminine? How are they feeling? Yes, see? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have You Matter to Me on the bottom of the deck, and I'm in love with you, and I can't help but be in love with you. Along with the cards that came out are I Love You and Let's Put the Past Behind Us. This is confirmation of everything we were saying. Look, 4 cards of I'm in love with you. 4 cards of emotion, plus moving into a new phase of your relationship, moving into a new beginning, moving into a new cycle, a new start, with all of this love being expressed. And I feel like this emotion is submerged, but it's coming up to the surface. There's communication that is going to be happening here. Yeah, I mean, my own ego wants to pull back and be like, yeah, right, but I mean, I can't help what I channel. There's communication that is happening here, a deepening of your connection, an openness, a vulnerability, and an intimacy, and it is beautiful. And I feel like Divine Masculine is really seeing this within you, seeing the beauty and the vulnerability and the intimacy within you. and they're starting to see it within themselves. And as such, they're starting to see it within this connection, starting to see the beauty in this connection and how it affects and changes their life into something that is sunshine and beauty. So, wow, beautiful. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for this very special update, this very special reading. We'll be back hopefully sometime this weekend with another reading, but we'll try to get at least one collective reading in next week. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.